let's get to the top 5 albums, shall we?
This guy said scissor.
Yeah. Okay, so at number 5, I had Drake, Nothing Was the Same.
Okay.
At number 4, I had Jay-Z, Magna Carta, Holy Grail. At number 3, I had Pusha T, My Name Is My Name. Woo. At number 2,
yes,
I had J.O.O.L, Born Sinner. And at number 1, Childish Gambino, because it.
Whoa, that's my number 1 too. That's
why does man have the exact list I have in exact order except Childish Gambino was 5.
So
and J. Cole was 1.
Nobody's gonna include Mac Miller?
You know, I was thinking about that.
I'm not gonna. I didn't take it in, so I can't include it.
Okay.
If I didn't take it,
I was thinking about it.
But I had Gambino 5.
I was like, yeah, you're number 6. I'm sorry.
Wow.
He's my top 10. He's not my top 5.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mine
Can't do
is pretty much the same.
But
That's
how?
it.
Like same order or?
Not the same order. Not the same
But
order.
yeah.
But I put Because the Internet as number 1.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
So
I think that's the only thing, and the fact that I can say that today, and that shit just officially came out on Tuesday, that speaks volumes.
exactly.
That's it.
All right. So I'll give the reasoning behind my selection. So with Drake, Nothing Was the Same.
Oh, that was on my list. That's a big deal that I tell the listeners. That was actually on my list.
I
the top
know,
5.
right?
I never listened to the whole album because you know I don't care, but I know that it made a big enough impact that it had to be on there because I didn't want to be disrespectful.
All right. So
Don't worry about the hate. Just don't worry about it.
Okay. So anyway, so I chose Nothing Was the Same at number 5 because that album was highly hyped about ever since Drake won that Grammy back in February and Started From the Bottom came out around the same time.
And he's about to win some more Grammys. Too.
Exactly too. So the hype for that was long standing, and then when it came out in September, it did 600,000 units the first week. So that's something impressive. Jay-Z, Magna Carta, Holy Grail. Not my favorite Jay-Z album, but at the end of the day, it kind of stuck up out of nowhere, and you're still able to sell.
Can we talk about his list? You guys seen the picture on Instagram?
Yeah, I seen that.
That was
You know what I
At
like
least he
about
fucking
that?
knew that Kingdom Come was the worst
You know
album
what
he
I
ever
like about that
made.
list?
At least he knew.
But you know what I like about that list though? His
Didn't I say
top
that
5.
3 years ago?
Hold on. Okay, but you also said American Gangster was a shit album though, did you not? Did you not?
I did.
Did you not? Okay,
I
so
did.
back away from the mic then. Okay, so
I
so
almost
the
agree entirely with his order. That was the
No,
craziest
you know
part.
what the
I'm
crazy
glad
thing
he knows
is?
though.
You know what the crazy thing is though? His top 5 in his selection was my top 5 as well too. Different order, but I was like, okay, as long as American Gangster is in your top 5, I'm
Reasonable
happy.
Doubt was number 1 for you?
No, Blueprint was number 1 for me.
Okay.
Reasonable
Interesting.
Doubt was number 2.
People flip those two, so I'm always curious to hear.
I love
who's
Blueprint because of that
what.
sound they came with. But anyways, so yeah, Pusha T, My Name Is My Name. If you're like a rap fan in the purest form and you want that has to be within your top 5. That was what I was thinking. Number 2 with J.O.O.L, Born Sinner. It was a little bit up and down for me as I continued to listen onto it, but nonetheless, I feel like between that album and his first album, he made improvements as far as production, as far as his melodies go when he's performing a chorus and everything like that. He kind of tried to tell a story with this one as far as the sinner concept and everything. Thought he could have done a little bit better with that concept, but I'm not mad at it. It was still one of the best releases out this year nonetheless.
But you didn't think that the Yours Truly series was way better than the album?
Oh, yes!
I don't even listen to Born Sinner. I just listen to the Yours Truly
Yes.
series.
That was better. It was more heartfelt.
The man had the Nas sample.
And then shut up. And then number 1, Childish Gambino because of the internet. This is what Yeezus was supposed to sound like in my opinion.
Musicality at its best.
Hold on. I'll get to you. Hold on. I'll get to you in a second, sir. I'll get to you in a second. But I say that this is how you do an experimental album. If you're gonna experiment, make sure there's order, make sure there's clarity, make sure there's structure and a concept and no anarchy whatsoever. He had a concept. He compared the internet to his life growing up until this point, and he followed up with every single bit of detail. I compare this album to Frank Ocean's Channel Orange. The way he used the skits, he did it better than what Frank Ocean did because they all seemingly intertwined with each and every corresponding song that was on that album as well too. So this is why I had to give it the number 1. So that's my take on it.
But how can you shoot the creator? Like that's exactly what Kanye said. He's like, I did this to transcend hip hop.
But he did
it so that the likes of Childish Gambino can be.
Can I-
But yeah, because always been experimental from cul-de-sac up until now.
Yeah, this is like a continuation of cul-de-sac, honest to God. You know how I feel about this already.
You already
But
know.
my question is, does anybody else remember the Yeezus album? Can someone tell me more than 3 songs on that album in this room right now?
I do.
No, if you're
Couple lines on the back.
I can.
Season's
I can.
approaching. Fuck whatever
Listen,
y'all be
I
doing.
can.
Fuck
Blood on the leaves.
whatever y'all be
Listen,
hearing the
I
bosses
know.
about. Yo,
But I'm saying generally speaking, does the general public remember anything about? I don't even think there's motherfuckers in this planet who don't even know the album.
Yeah, but that's because he
And
didn't
they
do any
would-
promo.
but no, but
He didn't
they're
do
actual
any
fans.
promo.
So that video that he premiered in 66 countries all over the world was a promo? That was a promo?
That was promo.
You ain't got the ad to straight.
It just didn't translate. It didn't, even his hardcore, like, these guys know every song. They don't even care.
Yeah,
like,
but that's,
they couldn't even tell you any songs.
But everybody knows that Kanye really abandoned his true fans. But that's because he's true fans.
It's devil's advocate. Don't get it twisted. I appreciated the work, and you know I did. I like the anarchy. I like the chaos. I understood it, but it didn't translate well with other people. It didn't resonate well with his overall audience.
It really didn't. I felt like
it was an epic fail. If you really think about it, it was an epic fail from a commercial standpoint. But for him and this,
I felt like he just pieced it together and just called avant-garde bullshit on it and said how this is going to transcend this, that, and the third.
Yeah, but then his argument is going to be like, that's exactly what I was trying to do.
Exactly.
He has a fucking answer for everything. No one else has the answers but this motherfucker. That's it. He's the only person with the answers, though.
You know what it was? It was the antics, man. Every time I turned on the computer, it was like another one. It just made me not want to hear it anymore. It was just the antics, man.
I don't know, man.
I am Apple. I am Steve Jobs. Like,
even the fact that like he was able to get the songs that he did, like Black Skinhead, to be played a part of like a movie trailer or whatnot. Like those things were amazing. Like how can you get a track that's pretty much about like being racist to play on a white people's movie? Doesn't make no sense.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like
how do you get two white comedians to remake your video because it's funny?
For real.
Because white people just want to like Kanye.
Not only that, but South Park even did a remix of that too.
South Park did a remix.
No, but you know, because he's ratchet right now, white people really love ratchet shit. So they just want to be involved in anything ratchet. So like, he's being ratchet, they're like, oh, let's talk about him because he's being ratchet.
And Kanye, instead of being a
revolutionary, you know how it goes.
Kanye, instead of being a revolutionary that he thinks he is, he's actually being a coon right now. Believe it or not.
Yo, just watch the interview. Wake up every day.
You're talking too far. I'll say. If you actually listen to Kai's interview, Kanye, hold on. If you bang interviews, he has legitimate and great points.
But
just the way he carries it across are fucking horrible, and he contradicts himself a lot. But I wouldn't call him a coon. Soulja Boy is a coon.
Yeah.
Future is a coon. Weezy is a coon.
You know the definition of a coon, right?
Keisha Cole's family are coons. He's not a coon.
Listen.
Okay, but you know what a coon does also, right? A coon pretends to know exactly what they're talking about.
A coon entertains the white man. That's what coon does.
No.
And that's what Kanye's doing.
Because
everyone's gonna get spoofed on what he's doing
right now. What is he doing? And what is he doing right now? Please.
But is that Kanye or is that the people that are around him? Somebody has to control Kanye's media. Kanye is
a 35-year-old man.
Kanye seems to be controlling his media since all of a sudden, for the first time in his career, but for the first time in his career, he's all over my television all the fucking time, talking to this guy did a 1-hour interview on the Kris Jenner. Who the fuck watches Kris Jenner show?
Exactly.
Nobody watched that shit.
The man was on Jimmy Kimmel.
And he sat like this the whole time.
On BBC with his fashion.
Nobody understands me. Nobody understands me.
He has to go to where his audience is right now, and everybody knows he's trying to transcend into the fashion industry. Where's the fashion industry? Where's high fashion? High fashion's not.
That's fine. Don't complain about the industry that gave you an in. That you shit on them, and now you're mad because they don't want you to be in it no more. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's called burning your bridges.
But he's not complaining about this. No, he's not. He's saying, okay, there's two parts to Kanye. Okay?
Let him go.
The first part when he's talking about the hip hop industry is you guys don't understand what he's trying to do. That's all he's saying.
I'm not talking about hip hop. I'm talking about fashion. We're talking about fashion. Don't complain about people who gave you an opportunity and you spit on their face. You spit in their face and acted like you're too good for them, and now you're mad because they don't want to fuck with you.
Who are you talking about?
You don't remember when he went to Paris to study? You don't remember when he did this for like a whole year, and he went. And then what happened? He was being a jerk to people, and people don't want to fuck with him no more. And you know he's a jerk, so it's not that hard to believe that he was over there acting like he knows everything about everything. He don't know shit. And the truth is, he keeps talking about, yo, we're slaves. You're just as much of a damn slave as we are. Because you keep trying to adhere to these white standards in fashion. Stop talking about the system this. Stop trying to be a part of the system then.
Exactly.
Why are you trying to be a part of the same system that you're trying to tell us not to be a part of?
Why don't you be your own Givenchy instead of trying to buy into Givenchy?
That's my issue,
because they control everything.
Yeah, but then just admit that. Don't call us slaves and then say, I'm not a slave. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do. No, you're not. You're just trying to be a part of the same system.
Just confused.
You just want to have as much money and as much power as those people do.
Just
you
so
don't
you
care
can
about the fashion.
And talk about
you really think he cares about the fashion? Come on.
Of course he does.
Now, the new and improved Kanye that we know now, who's perverted his whole career to be all over television and convinced me that he's living a real life. Come on, you know you.
Yo, you have to realize that this is what he's been in for however long. Like
since his mom died.
He has to be tainted. He has to be tainted somehow.
No, it's okay to be tainted, but yo, he's I don't even think Jay-Z like this nigga no more.
I don't think he like this nigga no more.
I think he's like, fuck, we gotta get rid of this nigga, yo.
For real.
They're coming out with a wash through him too. Get the fuck out of here. Jay-Z still like this nigga.
No. Jay-Z still fuck with Bleak no more.
Jay-Z like this. Jay-Z don't like people.
And Kanye like this, so Jay-Z still like this nigga.
No, Kanye's bad money. Kanye's bad money.
This guy dropped how much friends for this?
Exactly.
Jay-Z dropped enough friends for this. He don't care about people.
Exactly. Matter of fact, when Jay-Z was gonna drop the Blueprint 3, the first single off that album was supposed to be off that featuring Drake. But because Kanye was like, yo, you're my boy. How come you're letting this guy shine but not me? You're my boy. That's why Run This Town was the first single off that album, because of jealousy.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. And on that note, we're moving to our final topic, our final category, which is the top 5 artists of the year.